Hi everyone, welcome back to another weekly reading for all the zodiac signs. We are now covering March 13th till the 19th, as you probably saw on the thumbnail and in the title below. Hope you guys are doing good. We are getting closer to the half of the month, March, and then we will, I'll soon be posting your March mid-monthly read. Okay, so for this week, we are going to go over the few little transits going on in this week, and then go into each and every zodiac sign. I always break it down with the water signs first, then the earth signs, then the air signs, and the fire signs. But everything is always, all the signs are listed below, so you can click to whichever one you want to watch. And I always suggest to listen to your sun, moon, rising, and or Venus signs. All in combination may make better sense to you, or maybe one or the other may resonate more with you than at other times. It really just depends, or sometimes it all together kind of bring the story to life, or it just makes more sense on like a personal basis. And I am going to repeat what I did last week and do the soul message as your like universal message, because I just love them so much, and I think it's such like a beautiful soulful time for all of us. So hope you guys enjoy that. And then we're going to your archetype, and then your messages for health, finances, and then love, romance, dating, or relationships. Okay, if you guys want to follow me on my Instagram or my second YouTube channel, Nicloves.XO, my TikTok, what else? I think that's all. Everything is linked below. I do also have my link tree with all my links in one spot, so if you are interested, you can check that out. And if you do want to check out my poetry book, it is available on Amazon, called My Heart's Voice, that I came out with, published last year. Now maybe is a beautiful time to get into your romantic, poetic state of mind. Okay, what else? I think that is all. And yeah, all right, so let's get started, guys. Okay, so on the 16th, March 16th, we have Venus moving into Taurus. And Venus is home here in Taurus, so this is a beautiful time. We are just going to be all about the goodies of life, the indulgences, have like a great appreciation for good food, good music, the luxuries, money, beautiful people, all the good things of life that bring us like joy and laughter. Like, we're just gonna have so much more appreciation for those things, and like our senses, like our taste buds, our sight, touching, everything's just gonna be like heightened. We're like, ooh, I love this, or I enjoy this, and we'll be able to really enjoy it, especially because Taurus sextiles Pisces, and we're in Pisces season right now, so it's just gonna feel really nice, and we're gonna feel more drawn towards those things that bring us comfort, feel good, make us feel good about ourselves, or want to look nice, want to look the part as we kind of get closer to springtime, or I guess wherever you are in the world. Okay, and then on the 18th is my birthday. Yay! Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to anyone else who is my twin out there. And then on the 19th, we have Mercury moving into Aries. Ooh, spicy. Okay, so Mercury in Aries is gonna spice things up, where people may like start to think and communicate a little faster, or like spontaneously, impulsively want to like burst out and like out of excitement, or just like kind of like not really think it through, just kind of like say it, be in the moment, which can be fun and exciting, but it could also, you know, you don't want to get yourself in trouble, because it can make us maybe a little bit quicker to anger, quicker to make assumptions, or just kind of a little snappy. So it's going to bring like faster communication, more like emotional or reactive. Not exactly a bad thing, but it may be harder to resist saying certain things or communicating things, and we may have just very like fast thoughts, fast things, fast conversations, and be just like excited, and maybe like speaking more with like passion and excitement. Okay, so Mercury is gonna definitely speed up our head and want us to like, ooh, get out there and talk and communicate, or maybe even just be a little less careful, like not really think it through and just like, this is how I feel, I'm just gonna say it. So just wanna watch ourselves, I guess. And then that's all for this week, okay? All right, so let's get started with all the zodiac signs, and we're going to start with the water signs first, starting with Cancers. Okay, hi Cancers, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. All right, so my Cancerians, what is your soul message for this week? So you guys got Irma, or IMRAMA. Imra, I don't know how to say, I'm sorry. But it says, where are you being called to journey to? Where are you being called to journey to? So maybe some of you this week are feeling like you're off on a journey, or you're going somewhere, or maybe you feel like it's time for a change, or you're going on a trip, or you're gonna go visit someone, or maybe you've just been feeling this urge, this inkling like, oh, I feel like I need to get out of town or go do something different, or maybe this is the week I book my trip, or you just feel this like calling that you need to go somewhere or do something different. So this week, where are you being called to journey to? Hopefully it's somewhere nice, hopefully somewhere fun. Maybe you're going on a vacation soon, or you're planning a spring break vacation, or where you're gonna go, what you're gonna do. Could be lovely. Okay, and then as your archetype, you guys got the Mentor. Nice. All right, so the light attribute of the Mentor is passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. But the shadow attribute of the Mentor is inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, impairing false instruction. So, of course, you want to embody more of the light attribute, where you're passing on your wisdom, your knowledge, any good life lessons to help a student and to help build their character. So maybe some of you are mentors to someone else, especially this week, or you're like kind of leveling up to that mentor position, or maybe you're seeking out a mentor possibly. But many of you, maybe you are like a mentor to your siblings, or to people at work or at school, or maybe some of you just naturally kind of have that ability, or this week it's like you're stepping up to the plate and you're feeling like you have to pass on some knowledge to someone or something. Okay. All right, Cancer, so now let's get into a little bit of health, finances, and love or relationships. All right, so when it comes to your health, I feel like you're resting this week. You could be doing a lot of resting, sleeping, catching up on sleep, taking naps, or you're just chilling. You're not doing too much. Maybe this week you're kind of like not forcing yourself to work out as much. If you maybe are not low energy, maybe it's that time of week for all my ladies, and so you're like, oh, I'm kind of in pain. I'm not gonna force myself to go run and go to the gym or something. You're just taking it easy. So you may be taking it easy this week. And just kind of chilling out, laying low, not doing too much. Maybe you're still going to be a little bit active, but you're probably not going to do as much as you did maybe before last week. So you may be able to catch up on sleep, which could be good, or you're just going to be sleeping more, being able to stay, maybe sleep in, or just rest your mind. Maybe this week you're like mentally feeling just like, okay, I just need some quiet. I just need some peace. I'm going to go out in nature, or just like lock myself in the room and just like, be in peace. Okay. And then when it comes to your, or some of you maybe could be like recuperating from something. And so you're just kind of resting, you're bed rested, or you're not like forcing yourself to, to do anything or speed up your recovery or something. And then when it comes to your career, your work, your finances, Cancers, there could be a misunderstanding here, a mix-up in words, in communication, or maybe like an email doesn't get sent, or a voicemail or something someone said gets misinterpreted. So try to be very clear this week, or if you receive something or you hear something and you're not sure, you're like, ooh, they said this, but I don't know, like, is that really what they said? Maybe double check and confirm. Don't just be quick to jump to conclusions, or like make an assumption, because you might be wrong, or someone else might be wrong. Like they may think you said something but you didn't say that, or maybe they thought you didn't send something but you did send it, and there could be some mix up. So double check everything this week. Don't be quick to jump to conclusions, and whenever you can, try to speak with as much clarity and enunciation as possible. Or if you feel like there's any room for confusion or mix up, make sure to like double clarify, or like confirm, validate. because you may, maybe there's a mix up in like a date something was supposed to be due or published, or who was supposed to be sent to. Okay, so communication might be a little bit funky this week. There could also be maybe someone, maybe an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, who's not being very honest. Maybe they are mixing up your words, or they're just kind of being a little bit shady, or maybe manipulative with their words. So maybe watch out if you know who this person is, if there is such a person in your work, school life possibly, because I feel like maybe there could be some shadiness here, or someone who's like not exactly being honest. If you're doing and involved in any business deals, purchases, signing any contracts, be extra careful, double read everything, check the fine print, confirm, especially if it's like a big purchase or some kind of big contract. Make sure you get it double checked, or maybe a second pair of eyes to look over it. And anyone you're doing business with, just kind of be a little bit more cautious than usual this week, because there could either be some mix-up, confusion, or someone may be like being sneaky or like not telling you something. So just keep an eye out for that, okay? And then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, it looks like some of you may have an online fling or an online flame. Maybe you're meeting someone, or you're talking to someone online, social media, dating apps possibly, or you could also be traveling and you're gonna meet someone, or you're traveling to meet someone, or you are dating or in a relationship with someone who's like from a different place, a different city, state, town, country, ethnicity, religion, speaks a different language, or maybe they were traveling and you met them while you were traveling, or vice versa. But it just feels like you are being more open-minded maybe at this time, or whoever you're dealing with, you're in a relationship with, is kind of teaching you new things. You're like opening yourself up to like a new world. You're like, oh, I never knew this about this, or I never knew this about this culture. I never tried this food. And like, oh, okay, like you're interested in learning, or you find that like it's very intriguing for you. So some of you may be meeting, or you're connecting with someone that maybe is from a different place, speaks a different language, a little bit different than you, or you're going to be connecting with someone maybe online, social media, dating apps. So definitely keep an open mind, be open-minded. You may be pleasantly surprised. Or maybe if you're traveling right now, or you're making plans to book a trip somewhere, that might be a lucky spot for you. You could definitely meet someone and fall head over heels possibly. So you never know what can happen. The world is your oyster. Never be too set in stone, or be like, oh, it has to be like this or this person, because you just never know. Your heart sometimes could just fall in love and you're like, whoa, I never thought that it would happen like this, and it can happen like that. So be open to all of the possibilities, please. Okay. All right, so Cancers, we will continue this on in the extended reading. We're going to look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what is blocking you or could be blocking you, / your situation, if anything, what could help you, and then your advice. So if you want to continue this on in the extended reading, it will be linked below. It'll say Cancer and then have a link to the extended. You can click there and check it out. I'd love for you to join me there. If not, hopefully I'll see you for your next reading in your March mid-monthly, and then the next weekly, and so on and so on. All right, so take care, guys. I'm wishing you all the best, and I will talk to you very soon. All right, so now moving on to Scorpios. Hi, Scorpios. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. All right, so my Scorpios, what is your soul message for this week? So your soul message is about boundaries, and I forget who got this last week. I feel like it might have been Cancers who got this, but I don't remember. So boundaries, where do you need to establish better boundaries? Or do you already have some boundaries set in place? Here you go. Beautiful. So maybe some of you this week feel like everyone or too many people need things from you, or like are wanting access to you, maybe overstepping their boundaries, or not respecting your space, or thinking that you're always available and it's just like, oh, like you don't have a life, or you don't have your own responsibilities. And sometimes it's not people's fault. It's not always like people are bad people and they're just trying to like, get you dry and take everything from you. They just sometimes get comfortable, or like you maybe make them feel like it's okay or you can handle it, and they get used to it, right? But it's important for you to set boundaries, because maybe this week you're gonna start to feel like, okay, I feel like I need to start laying out my rules because people are getting a little too comfortable here. Like, I'm nice, but you know, I'm not that nice. I'll give you a ride once, but I'm not trying to give you a ride every single day, Susie, okay? Like, at some point you gotta find your own ride, because I have my own life to do. Or you know, you can come over and we can have lunch and you can eat some of my food, but you can't be coming over and eating my food every day, okay? Groceries are expensive. So maybe this week, try to like think about, do you have certain boundaries you need to set in place with like friends, family, partners, because maybe some of you are like too giving, or you've just been allowing them to get away with things a little bit too long, and you're like, okay, now it's time to like slow down because it's getting a little bit out of hand. Okay, all right. And then as your archetype for this week, you guys got the healer. Beautiful. And maybe that's why people need so much from you, because they feel like you heal them, and you're like, okay, but I need some space. I need some time for me, guys. Like, you know, I'm human too. So you're the healer. The light attribute is passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. But the shadow attribute is taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. I think that's what could be the problem maybe for some of you, where like you're so helping or so giving, but sometimes like you feel depleted by the end of the day or the end of the week, that then you don't have no energy to like help yourself, to help heal you, right? You're so busy healing and helping other people that you forget about you and what you need, right? You're like exhausted, you're like barely getting enough sleep, not eating well. And you know, it's important to make sure that like, I can't help others if I can't help myself, or you can't overextend yourself too much. As much as you want to help or help everyone, you got to help yourself first. So of course you want to embody the light attribute, where it's a beautiful quality, it's a beautiful thing to want to help people and be a healer and transform that, like, you know, pain into healing. But you also got to make sure that you apply those same qualities and habits and stuff for yourself, okay, so that you can serve and be available to others. All right. Okay, so Scorpios, let's move on to a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships. Or maybe it could even just be a relationship in general in your life. Doesn't have to be just like love, romance, okay? All right, Scorpios. So when it comes to your health for this week, it feels like you're going through some healing. Again, maybe you're a healer, or you're seeking a healer, or you're kind of taking your healing journey more seriously, making sure that you take care of yourself. But a wish is coming true for you when it comes to health. Maybe you are doing something nice for someone else, like you're helping heal them. But maybe also something is coming true for you personally, where like now you're feeling more healed. You feel like you have more healing ability. Maybe some of you are doctors, nurses, or you do like energy healing type of work, Reiki, stuff like that, which I definitely feel like is a real thing. I also feel like maybe some of you are becoming more wide known or popular for your healing abilities. So maybe health, or you're into fitness, or you're a trainer, a dietitian, or something like that. Or maybe you're becoming popular, or you're becoming well known because of your health journey, or you share your like health tips and tricks, or maybe something that you've been through, and through that you're gaining popularity, or people are knowing you because of this. Okay, so a wish is coming true. I feel like you're probably going to be feeling better or feeling good. Maybe you have a lot of healing abilities within yourself, and now you're sharing it, you're promoting it with others, or you just have the knowledge and you're communicating that with other people. And maybe the way you do it, or how you've been able to heal yourself, has been kind of really different, innovative, and creative, and something that's never been seen before, because you're doing it in your like your own unique, original way. And a lot of it maybe could also be mental. And you're maybe going to be sharing those strategies, or wanting to kind of share it with the world, or help maybe clients or something, if that's something that you do as like a profession. Okay, but if not, just like a wish is coming true for you health-wise. Maybe you're just feeling good, you're in better health, you're happy, you feel better about yourself, and it seems like you're in a good place. Also, if you had like an injury maybe around like your calf area, ankle, or like foot, like that kind of area, you could be seeing really good results, or it's like completely healed or almost healed. Okay. All right, and then when it comes to your career, your work, your finances, or in this area of life, you may be receiving a really sweet message from someone, or a compliment, or a good review, or a referral maybe from like another client, and telling you maybe how great your work is, your product, your service, how much they appreciate you, or like just someone just brightens your day and tells you something really nice. This could also be an opportunity maybe that leads for you to make more money, but I feel like it's more of like a heartwarming message that you're like, like I feel like I'm really doing the right thing, or I feel like I'm on the right path. Just maybe someone confirms to you that you're doing the right thing and they really appreciate your work, and that gives you more like motivation to continue doing what you're doing, or it makes you feel like your hard work is like worthwhile and that hasn't been for nothing or like wasted time. It could be coming from a younger water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, or just someone that is just gonna like make your day, possibly. And just tell you how great you are, or like, oh my God, thank you, like you changed my life, or this product, this service that you've been doing for me has been amazing, it's really helped me, and that might really like fill you up and just make you feel like you're doing the right thing and you're on the right path. So congrats. And if you do receive that compliment, like just know that it's well deserved and you've worked hard for it, and now it's just gonna feel really nice to like get recognized or feel that you are doing something that's making an impact and maybe helping someone or helping people around the world. Beautiful. Okay. And then, or you could also maybe just get hit on at work or at school or something. Someone's like, hey, and they're just like hitting on you, or they want to talk to you, or they're using like pretending like they're a customer, but they are a client, but they really just want to like talk to you because they think you're cute or something. Could be that too. All right. And then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life, you are very protective of what you already have. So if you're single, you're very protective of yourself, of your heart. You're like, I am just not going to put myself out there with just anybody. If you are already in a relationship, you are very protective of your relationship, your person. You're like, I don't want to put all my business out there. I want to make sure that our castle, our kingdom is protected at all costs, because it means a lot to me. And I don't want someone coming in and trying to disturb the peace, or, stir up any kind of trouble, because maybe that's something that has happened in the past, and this time you want to keep people out of your business, keep people out of your relationship, friends, family, whoever it be, or random strangers. So I just feel like you're very protective right now. And just from past experiences or experiences you've been through, you know that this is the right thing to do, and you'd rather play it safe than sorry. Because maybe you've already gotten like, some weird remarks or things that you've heard people say or something. You're like, okay, I know, just like maybe not to hang around these people, or not to share too much of my business with this person because they always got something negative to say about my relationship status or my person, and I'm not into that, and I'm not going to put up with it. So you may feel like you really have to like step your foot down and be like, hey, I don't appreciate you commenting that. Like, I know you mean well, but I don't like it, and I would really like if you could respect my decisions or respect my relationship status, my partner, my person, because otherwise this is going to get awkward, and I'm not going to choose you over my relationship or over myself, my life, right? Because there could be those people in your life that mean well for you, but maybe they're always trying to give you relationship advice, or they're always trying to tell you like, oh my God, why are you single? You need to do this, you need to do that, or criticizing, or maybe they don't like your partner, and you're like, okay, like, are you dating them? Are you with them? Or is it me? Like, as long as I'm happy, you should support me. And sometimes people mean well, but also people need to know where, your boundaries are, like mentioned earlier, and how far to go and how far not to go. and where, you know, respect has to be honored and lived up to. So that is something that maybe you could be thinking about or kind of on your mind or struggling with this week. It can also be that you are protective, you're kind of being protective against you against other people, or like maybe your partner, maybe you're kind of defensive against your partner right now because you feel like they're like overstepping their boundaries, or maybe a little too critical, or maybe being too foolish or careless, whatever. But I kind of don't feel like it's with them. I feel like it's with like the outside world, or like other people that are, you know, butting their nose in their business where it doesn't matter. So this may make you want to be more private, or just like not share as much. Okay, and it could be from fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius possibly, but it doesn't have to be, it could just be the energy. All right, so Scorpios, I hope you guys enjoyed this, or you found it helpful in some way, shape, or form. Thank you so much for being here. We will continue in your extended reading. It'll say Scorpio, and they'll have the link to the extended. We're going to look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what's blocking you, what's helping you, and then your advice. So if you want to check that out, or you're interested in diving deep, going into part 2, it will be below. Hopefully I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you for your next reading. Take care. All right, so now moving on to my beautiful Pisces. Hi Pisces, how are you? Are you enjoying your birthday season? I hope you are. It's my birthday this week, yay, on the 18th. I am so excited, can't wait. All right, so let me know in the comments when your birthday is, or if you already had it, if you did anything cool, you did anything special, let me know below. All right, so Pisces, what is your soul message this week, or what's our soul message? We got Lemuria, creating heaven on earth, it's happening. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. This is so beautiful. I really love this because so often not people like are, you know, waiting till some special moment or waiting till the end to like live their life, and or they think, oh, when I die I'll be able to enjoy heaven or something. Like, no, you can create your own little heaven here. I know it seems impossible, or like this world can be so ugly and stuff, but it can also be beautiful. It's really what we make of it. Really, it's like what you make of your day. Your day can be bad, but if you make it beautiful, you put out your intention, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to make the best of it. Like, you are the one that's creating your life, creating your reality, and you can create your heaven here on earth. It's not something you have to wait till death, okay? I just watched the second movie. Well, actually I watched both, but I watched the second Puss in Boots last night, and it was so cute. I really enjoyed it, especially the little dog, Perrito. It was just so adorable. I like the message, how like maybe we're always wishing for something, like, oh, I need this one wish, or like, you know, this thing, and it's going to change my life and I'm going to be happy. And then we don't realize like all the great things we already have in our life, and how like maybe we look past that, and if we just enjoy it, we're not always searching for the next thing that's gonna like make us feel better, or we think there's always like the grass is green on the other side, but maybe the grass is already green where we're at right now. So I think it's a beautiful message, creating your heaven on earth. So what can you do this week to create your own little heaven on earth? Even if you're going through it, or maybe, you know, things are kind of like blah, whatever, you can make your week special. You can make today a little bit more special than yesterday. So let me know in the comments below what you are going to do, or what you can do this week, or prepare for next week to make or create your heaven on earth. I know this week I'm going to a concert for my birthday, and I'm so excited. I'll probably share with you guys on Instagram or something. And I'm seeing an artist, or these artists that I started listening to before I met my husband, and it really put me in that vibration of like love and like, you know, being open to it. And now it's just like crazy that they're gonna be here like a year later, and I'm going with him. So create your little heaven on earth, okay? All right, and then as your archetype, you guys got the Prince. Beautiful. So you're the prince or princess, you know, whichever you want to call it. The light attribute of the Prince is romantic charm and potential for power. Romantic charm or potential for power. But the shadow attribute is using power for self-aggrandizement. So we want to embody the light attribute, right? Where we're just naturally using our romantic charm to win, you know, the love or attention of those we, love or have good intentions with. We're not like manipulating, or we just want to make ourselves feel big and special, but use that natural, beautiful Pisces charm that you have to win over the people that are special for you or that matter in your life. Okay? All right. So maybe like your inner romantic is going to come out this week. Now let's move into a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life, okay? All right, so Pisces, first, when it comes to your health for this week, it feels like you are investing, or you're gonna be investing into your health, like buying something maybe a little bit expensive, a little bit pricey, or spending a lot, but it's the right thing to do. It makes sense, it's practical, and it's gonna benefit your health, or if it's for the best. So maybe you're, changing your diet and you're eating more organic or kind of maybe more pricey foods, but it's gonna benefit you. Maybe you have to put in a big order or a gym membership, or like myself, order baby stuff and go into your baby registry, which can be a little bit pricey, but you're like, hey, this is what I have to do. It's important. I got to make sure I invest money into this because, it's a big deal. And if you don't have health, you don't have wealth. So I feel like you're really being serious about your health. You're taking it more seriously, investing into you or, your baby, like myself, to make sure you're healthy. And I feel like your body's getting stronger. This week you could feel strong. You may be feeling like, ooh, okay, I feel like I'm doing the right thing. This is working for me. I'm going to continue doing this because it's really important. And I want to make sure that every day I'm putting good things into my body or trying my best to be as healthy as I can. Obviously, we want to have moderation. We can't be like only eating certain things every single moment, but you want a majority of the time be taking care of yourself or have healthy, good habits, okay? And I feel like some of you are gonna really refine, or what's the word? Like refine and perfect your regimen, your health routine, your body, how you feel about yourself. And maybe some of you are gonna be like shopping or buying a new outfit or taking care, doing some extravagant, kind of expensive treatment for your skin, hair, nails, body, whatever. And you're just like, what? It's my birthday month. I'm treating myself. I want to look good. I want to feel good. And I want to eat healthy or something. Okay. What else? Yeah, I just feel like you're really taking care of yourself and you're taking your health a lot more seriously. So kudos to you. And it's never too late to start. All right. And then when it comes to your career, your work, your finances, in this area of life, you are receiving a lot of love and support from the universe, and maybe you're receiving love through other people, places, things. Maybe you're in a position right now where you're doing something that you actually really love and you're connected to, whether it's like school, you're studying something that you really love, or you're like, I'm passionate about this, even if it's hard. Your work, maybe your product, your service, your business, or whoever you work for, you're connected to it. You have a passion for it, or like you're putting a lot of your heart and soul into it, and you're going to be seeing the results of that. And now maybe you're receiving feedback, commentary, reviews, referrals, maybe from people just telling you maybe how much they appreciate you, or they like your work, your product, your service, whatever, or that you just do a really good job. You could also be working with another water sign like yourself, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and maybe you guys are a really good team. You just kind of flow with each other. And I think you work your best when you're feeling good, when you're putting your all into it, and when your emotions are invested. So it feels like this week you are emotionally invested into your work. You're emotionally invested into your business or your school work, whatever it is that you're doing on a daily basis. And because of that, because you're putting your heart and soul into it, the end result, the product, or the result of it is going to be really beautiful, and it's going to really touch people. Or you may have this like really, great effect on others, or whoever purchases, enjoys it, sees it, views it, whatever. Okay. Love it. And then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life, Pisces, some of you could actually be dealing with another Pisces, possibly Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, or maybe someone who has some Pisces energy in their chart, okay? Their first, middle, or last name could also start with a B as in boy or J as in jam, okay? I feel like there is some, like your intuition is very, very sharp, or is going to feel very sharp, very on point this week. So listen to yourself, pay attention, like look and observe, be observant of your surroundings, of your person, your partner, of yourself, because everything is going to be like speaking to you. You're just going to like really pick up on things maybe a lot faster, like quicker than at other times. And I feel like you're intuitively very connected maybe to this person. If you're talking to someone or if you're in a relationship, you guys are like really in tune with each other. You understand each other. Maybe you like are really keeping your maybe your relationship very private. Or right now you guys are like doing something that is maybe you're not sharing too much about it. It's kind of something that's in the process, or like a dream or something you're working on together that you're kind of just keeping between you and them. Also, I feel like you're kind of sitting back and observing maybe your partner or your person or your relationship, and you're just kind of taking it in, and you're just feeling either, you know, very appreciative, or just like, wow, I can't believe this is my life, or this is happening, or you're learning more about this person. The more you're just quiet and the more you just like look or you listen or you watch, the more you learn than if you're like, you know, talking over them. So I feel like you're gonna be maybe more quiet and just like observing, or just like in awe. Maybe someone could be sharing a secret with you, or you could be sharing a secret with someone else, okay? And maybe right now you're kind of just maybe enjoying yourself or enjoying your life quietly. Like maybe you're not sharing anything at all, or you only share very minimal, and the rest you just kind of cherish and keep for yourself, or keep between you and your partner if you're in a relationship. And I feel like if you're totally single or you're not in a relationship, that you're really holding your heart and your feelings close to you, and you're really cherishing it and cherishing yourself, and maybe saving yourself for the right person. And you're going to be very private about maybe what you want or your wishes, your love, until you know that you can trust someone. And I think for a lot of you, trust is very important, because maybe your trust has been betrayed in the past. And so now you're not gonna, you don't really want to open yourself up to someone unless you feel like you can trust them and they have your back. And maybe if you are in a relationship, you already have this like trust built in with you and your partner, which just connects you guys even more, even deeper, and just creates a more beautiful bond between the two of you. Okay. All right, so yeah, everything's kind of like on the hush hush maybe for you guys this week, or maybe you're gonna be surprised. Maybe there's gonna be some surprises for you this week as well. Okay. All right, so Pisces, I hope you guys enjoyed this or you found it helpful. We are going to continue on in the extended reading. It will be linked below. It'll say Pisces and then the extended. We're going to look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what is or could be blocking you / your situation, if anything, what is or could help you, and then your advice at the end. So I hope you will join me there and enjoy it. It will be linked below. If not, I'll see you for your next reading in the March mid-monthly, and then the weeklies, and so on and so on. Okay, so take care, Pisces. Happy birthday, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the earth signs, starting with Taurus. Okay, all right. Hi, Taurus. How are you guys? I hope you're doing good. Okay, so Taurus, what's your soul message for this week? All right, so you guys got the Star Mother. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Nice. How can you mother yourself? So how can you nurture yourself? How can you take better care of yourself? Have you been neglecting your needs? Have you been maybe not taking good care of yourself? How can you mother yourself today? this week? Maybe that's something that you can ask yourself, or maybe try to treat yourself this week. Remember, we do have Venus this week moving into your sign, so I think this will be the week where you're like, you know what, I can treat myself, like I should take good care of myself, I can go do my nails, or I can do this, and I feel like the energies are favoring you as well. Okay, so this may be the week where you may want to treat yourself to something, or just take a little extra care, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're being encouraged to do that. Okay. All right, and then as your archetype, Taurus, you guys got the addict. So you want to treat yourself, but don't get too addicted, I guess. So the light attribute helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. But the shadow attribute compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. So obviously we want to embody the light attribute, where at least, if you're doing something too much, you recognize like, okay, I feel like this is getting out of control, it's becoming a bad habit, or it's an addiction, and I don't want to continue this behavior, so let me catch myself and stop before I go too far. Like, I just bought a box of chocolates and I'm really tempted to eat the whole box because they're so good, but you know what, I'm just going to stop at like 3 or 4. Realistically, right? Because who eats just one? There's like, no one eats just one chocolate if you have a box of chocolates. So you're like, I'll stop at like at least 3 or 4 and then save the rest for the following weeks. Put it up higher in my shelf so it's not easy to grab. So just have moderation, catch yourself if you feel like you're becoming too addicted or you can't stop, and you're like, okay, as long as you catch yourself and you recognize the behavior, you're good. Okay. All right, Taurus, so now let's move on to a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life. So when it comes to your health, guys, I feel like there could be some stagnation or stiffness in the body. Maybe you have some like tight, tight muscles or knots, like knots in your back, or you feel like you need to like unwind or loosen something up, so you may want to treat yourself to a massage or get a massage from someone possibly. There could also be maybe like a constipation, so maybe you need to incorporate more like fruits, fibers, water, hot teas, vegetables or chia seeds, stuff like that, to kind of get things moving, get things flowing, or just walking maybe a little bit more, get your body moving, your lymphatic system working and operating normally. You could also be doing a lot of like sitting maybe this week, which maybe you have no choice. So if you find that you are sitting a lot, try to squeeze in some like walks, or a little session, 20 minutes or something, 30 minutes to like walk around or go to the gym or something, just so like you get your blood moving. Okay, because there could be some like stagnation in your body, whether it's like your muscles, your blood, something. And I feel like also that you're saving up for something. Maybe you're trying to save up to buy something health related that's a little bit pricey or maybe kind of expensive, whether it's like beauty, health, physical, mental, emotional. You may be saving up to buy something or to treat yourself maybe to something that's maybe a little bit pricey. Okay. And then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, I think you're taking the proper steps, and you're kind of moving slow, but you're making progress. So don't get discouraged. Don't feel like you need to like charge and get to the finish line super fast, because that's not realistic. But I feel like this week you're slowly taking action, you're moving towards the right direction, you're being practical and logical about what you need to do, and I think you're going to start to see progress. But just take it easy, don't be in a rush. If you're moving slow, at least you're making progress, doing little things every day to get closer to your goal, or closer to completing something or starting something. But you could also be working with a younger earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, and maybe you guys are a good team where you're both kind of starting off at the same time and helping each other. So as long as you're putting effort, you're taking action this week, you're okay. Don't feel like you are behind or you got to be running or finish something really fast. I think you're going to be taking your time more this week. You're not really rushing through anything. Okay. And then lastly, when it comes to your romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life, So it does look like there could be maybe slight heartbreak, or something happens, maybe miscommunication, or someone says something that maybe hurts someone's feelings, and maybe there's a breakup or taking a break from someone, or you're maybe still thinking about and emotional from a past situation possibly. I send you healing, of course, but yes, there could be some hurtful words exchanged, or a miscommunication, or something that you feel like really hurts you or that you lost. Maybe you're having some issues with your partner, or you guys are not getting along, or you're just kind of maybe giving each other the cold shoulder, and that is breaking your heart. Or your partner, maybe they're going through something that you can't really do anything about. Maybe it's a health related issue as well, and that is really kind of like, it's affecting you because you want to help, but maybe there's only so much you can do. Okay, so it may not be that you guys are having issues or they're like you're breaking up or something, but maybe there's something going on with them that, you know, you feel like you need to support them in, but it's so hard because there's like not much you can do, or like you're doing as much as you can as well. Okay, and maybe if you're single and you're not dealing with anyone, you're still hurt. You're still dealing with some pain and hurt from your past. And I would definitely suggest, like, don't try to jump in and, you know, date and meet people. Wait until you're, you know, much better. Wait until you're healed, because when you are heartbroken and you try to move on too fast, you end up choosing the wrong people, and then you just deepen the wound, you deepen the cut, instead of just letting it heal on its own naturally. So whatever is going on with you, I hope things get better. Try to speak positivity into existence, and try not to dwell as much on what's going wrong or the negativity or the words, and hopefully things will clear up and get better soon for you, okay? But I would say it has to do maybe with communication, health, or not speaking, or the wrong things being spoken of, or like the wrong tone, and then being taken out of context. Okay. All right, so Taurus, we will continue this on in the extended reading. We're going to look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what is blocking you or could be blocking you, your what is helping you, and then your advice. So I hope you will enjoy it. Link will be below. I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for your next reading. Take care. Okay, so now moving on to Virgos. Hi Virgos, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. Okay, so Virgos, your soul message for this week is Mintakan. Mintakan, I don't know how you say that, I could be butchering it. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. All right, so Virgos, it maybe feels like this week you could be missing something. Maybe you're missing home, or you're missing something that felt like home, or someone maybe who felt like home, and like feeling like that's where you belong, or maybe feeling like where you're at right now, or who you're with, like you don't belong. Maybe feeling a little bit out of place, and so that's why you're missing something or missing someone from the past possibly. And I feel like you maybe kind of are wishing or seeing that something from the past, or like home, or whatever felt like home, is what speaks to you more or resonates more with you. And some of you are, you know, light workers, or you're just a good-hearted, loving soul, and where you're at right now, the environment maybe doesn't like allow you to thrive as much, or maybe you just feel a little bit out of place, and you know that you're not where you know that you're meant to be somewhere else possibly, and so you have this like longing, or you miss it possibly. Okay, or you just are homesick, you just miss being home possibly. Okay, and then when it comes to your archetype, you guys got the Judge. Nice. So the light attribute of the Judge is balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. But the shadow attribute is offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. So obviously we want to embody more of the light attribute of the Judge, where you are being fair, you're being just, you're using compassion, and you're not abusing your power, but you're doing what is right. You're seeing both sides, you're not taking sides, but you're seeing what is right, what is wrong, what's good, bad. Okay? So use your best judgment this week. And then now we're going to move on to a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life. So let's start with health. All right, so Virgos, this week when it comes to your health, it looks like you're doing great. You're strong. Maybe physically you're like working out, or you're building muscle, or you're going to the gym, or you're like running, building endurance, stretching. So overall, you're feeling really good. You're looking really good. And maybe in the areas where you were once weak, now you're strong. Maybe you used to have a bad leg and now that leg is like, you're doing so good. Or you used to have a small booty, now your booty's like popping and looking real cute. If you were healing or recovering, you seem to be like at the best ever now. You could also be having a really good hair week. So your hair could be cooperating with you. It's like looking really voluminous and shiny. You're just healthy and glowing. Your skin could also be glowing and looking beautiful this week. Maybe you're getting some skin or hair treatment possibly. And you could also be getting a lot of compliments. You may be receiving a lot of compliments from people or just like strangers. They're like, oh my God, like your hair, your skin, or your outfit, or oh, wow, you look so good. So you could be feeling the love this week or just feeling really good when it comes to your health. Okay. And it just feels like you are, whatever you've been doing or working on, I think is now paying off, and you're really like feeling proud of it or feeling stronger than ever before and happy that maybe you did what you were supposed to do. And now you're seeing like, I look good or I feel good. Okay. All right. And I feel like maybe some of you could have overcame something, like you overcame some kind of hurdle or struggle, and now that has helped you build a lot more confidence and self-esteem. All right, and then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, this week there could be some like special presentation, announcement, or something that you're sharing or something that you have to share maybe with others or announce or present possibly, but you're gonna have clarity. So something's gonna bring you a lot of clarity, truth, understanding, or it's gonna be like an aha moment, an epiphany. Or like you finally get that confirmation, that validation from something. You're like, oh, I was just waiting for that one last information. Okay, nice. Now I know what I need to do. Or like, I know what, where to go, my direction. I was just kind of waiting on that, but now I have my answer. So you may be feeling like more, clear about your path, or have like your answer, or you get your response, your answer that you were looking for or you were waiting on. Okay. And I feel like things are gonna make a lot more sense this week. So you won't be as confused or like, nothing's gonna feel like up in the air. You're gonna like have that clarity, or like green light to go or red light to stop. Like you're gonna know exactly what you need to do or not do. Okay. All right. And then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life, you have some kind of new beginning, or you're taking a chance. You're trying something new. Maybe if you're single, you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna put myself out there, or like, I'm gonna try this app, or I'm gonna visit this new bar, this new place, and just kind of see whatever. I've never done it before. Why not try now? Or someone invites you out, or someone tries to set you up for a blind date, and usually you would have been like, no, definitely not. Now you're like, okay, why not? I'm gonna try it. Or if you're in a relationship, you and your partner, maybe you're trying something new, or you're taking a chance and going to, was that a fish? Oh my God, I think I saw a fish in the pond. How cute. Or you and your partner are like trying something new in your relationship, or incorporating some new technique, going to a new place. But it just feels like you're taking more risks, you're taking more chances, and you're letting loose maybe. You're not being so uptight this week. You're kind of letting yourself be free like a child, and not like naively, not like doing something crazy or foolish, although maybe some of you are, you're just like YOLO, but I don't feel like it's like that. I think you're just trying something different, something new. You're like, you know what? I always do the same thing, or I always stick to the same routine, and now I'm ready for a change, or let's try something different. Let's switch it up. Why not? And so you may be feeling a little more adventurous this week with you and your person, or just, if you're single, and you're kind of like you're like being more fearless. You're letting go of fear, and you're like, man, I don't want to think about it too much. Let's just have fun. Let's just try this. Like, who cares? If it works out, cool. If it doesn't, then whatever. At least I know I tried. So I like it. I feel like your attitude is just like, You got a good attitude this week. You're just like, I'm just not gonna think that hard about it. I'm just gonna do it. I like it. If you're dating someone or you're with someone, maybe this person's younger than you possibly, or you're with someone who's kind of like a daredevil, free spirit, adventurous, and they're like kind of rubbing off on you and maybe inspiring you to try new things, and you're like, oh, okay. And it kind of helps maybe break you out of your own shell and helps you kind of just enjoy life a little bit more, because when we're so uptight and like, you know, play it safe all the time, life can get kind of boring. We're meant to like switch it up sometimes and have some fun or incorporate some adventure. So I see you just kind of letting a little bit more loose, which maybe is not a bad idea. Okay. All right, so Virgos, we will continue this on in the extended reading. It will be linked below, and we'll first look into what you have to look forward to, what good thing or good things may be coming your way, what to look out for, what is or could block you, your advice, and then your what is helping you, and then your advice at the end. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy this, or will join me there, and I'll see you next time. So click link below, and I'll take you, the link will take you directly there. All right, so take care, guys, and I'll see you next week. All right, now moving on to Capricorns. Excuse me. Hi, Capricorns. How are you? Hope you guys are doing good. Okay, so Capricorns, what is your soul message this week? You guys got leap. Leap. Fly high into the sky to reach the moon. You go first, the universe will catch you. You go first, the universe will catch you. So I think at this time in Pisces season, universe really wants you to have faith and belief. I know sometimes maybe a lot of you are like, no, I gotta see it to believe it. I'm not taking no chances. I'm not taking risks. No, no, no. But this time the universe is telling you, no, just believe in us. Just have faith. Believe in yourself. Just take that leap of faith. Go jump. Go for it. We got your back. So maybe this week you're gonna feel inclined to like, okay, fine, I'll try something I haven't done, or I'm gonna go for it, and I'm just gonna pray that it works out, or you know, not always need that like security or validation, and I'm really stepping into like that belief and believing more instead of just always needing proof and facts. And so take that leap, make that jump. Okay. And then as your archetype, you guys got alchemist. Beautiful. You are the alchemist of your life. The light attribute is transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. But the shadow attribute is misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. So obviously we want to embody more of the light attribute, where you're transforming your motivations, your goals, and you're turning it into wisdom. So you are the alchemist. What are you cooking up? What are you, building together, putting together at this time? And if you believe and you try, it can turn out to be something magical and beautiful. Okay? All right, so now let's move on to a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life. Okay, let's start with health. So Capricorns, when it comes to your health this week, you got luck on your side. You are lucky. Maybe you're going to be thriving, feeling good. Maybe you get like a special treatment that just cures you or makes your pain or whatever you were dealing with go away. Maybe you secured, a really hard to get appointment with a certain doctor, specialist, or something. You're just like, yes. Or you got like the last vitamin, the last supplement, or some kind of healing service or remedy that's going to help you. But you're going to be at the right place at the right time, and your health is going to benefit from this. So you have good luck, good karma coming your way. Health-wise, you're going to be thriving. You're going to be doing so good. And maybe receiving something that's going to just like help you or cure you, or you find like the perfect doctor, the perfect treatment or exercise or routine or something that just like fits perfectly for you. And you're like, yes, like I'm so lucky, or this is perfect. And maybe you're just going to be feeling really, really good. So luck is on your side, and maybe you have like some wish coming true, and like health wise, I think you'll be doing really, really great. So this is a good week for health. And then when it comes to your career, your work, or finances, or in this area of life, I feel like you're doing some like deep cleaning, organizing, putting files away, documents, and maybe you're taking some time alone. Like you really want to work alone, or maybe some of you like, or you prefer to work alone and just like, you know, kind of get away from people because that's when you work the best. And I feel like you're really kind of like going deep within yourself and organizing, like you're looking at everything and you're just making sure everything is in order. And you're handling it all on your own. And like I said, you probably feel that when you do it yourself, you do it best than when other people try to do it and you got to come back and correct it or fix mistakes. You're like, I do it better, so let me just get this done. You could be cleaning up your office, your workspace, putting away files, you know, documents, paperworks, maybe you're finishing up or taxes, stuff like that. And it just feels like you need alone time, or you need to get away from people and remove distractions so you can get things done. And I just feel like you're really very kind of working really hard this week. So you could be doing a lot of like tedious things, or looking through little stuff that's like, it takes a lot of time and it's just like very tedious work. So you're looking at the details and looking closely at things. And because of that, you want to be alone, or you need to remove distractions. Okay. All right, and maybe some of you work in the health industry or the medical field possibly, and so right now maybe you're very busy. So you could be kind of very busy this week and you need to kind of shut out the world for a little bit. All right, and then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, ooh, you got some big surprising event coming up, or something that's going to shock you. Some of you could be with a Scorpio or dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, or maybe you have Scorpio somewhere in your chart. But it does feel like something is going to be like changing dramatically. You could be getting surprised. How you feel emotionally could change. Something is being torn down, but I don't see this as a negative. I feel like it's like a positive thing. It's like something that you used to feel or you used to go deep with. Now it's like that doesn't exist anymore, and it's just being torn down, and now you're like in this new space, or you're gonna be creating this new life, this new environment, this new home maybe for yourself, new relationship. Maybe you're getting out of a toxic relationship. Maybe you got out of some toxic situation and you're just like, thank God, like Jesus, like I did not want to stay in that, or I did not want to be in there, or like I dodged a bullet, and you're just like so grateful. Maybe you're getting surprised by your person or your partner, and you're just like, whoa, like it just shakes you up emotionally. So that's really what it is. Like you're gonna be shook. Something's gonna shake you up this week, and emotionally you may be like feeling a lot of different things, whether you show it or you don't. Kind of depends on you, and everyone's a little bit different, but you got some like shocking emotional moment, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I feel like it's like very positive. Okay. But it's definitely going to be intense. It's like nothing you can't avoid. It's nothing you can avoid. It's happening no matter what. I would say just prepare emotionally. You may be like hit with a bunch of emotions. You're just like, I don't know what to do with myself. Someone may surprisingly call you, or, you know, you may run into someone or hear from someone, or just something may dramatically like change and shift in your life, and you are just gonna be like, what? Like just very, very shocked. So expect the unexpected, Capricorns. Okay, so we are going to continue on in the extended reading. We are going to look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what is or could be blocking you / your situation, if anything, what is or could help you, and then your advice. So if you're interested, link will be below. We'll dive into part 2. And I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for your next reading in your March monthly and then your weeklies coming up. Okay, so take care, my lovely Capricorns, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, so now we're moving on to the air signs, starting with Gemini. Hi Geminis, the gems of my eyes. I hope you guys are doing good. Okay, so Geminis, we are gonna get another soul message this week because I really love these cards, and I hopefully you guys like them too. So your first soul message for this week is Akasha. Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Your guidance is divinely guided. Okay, so Geminis, I feel like here that whatever you have been following or listening to, or maybe you are that guide for, someone else, or I feel like it's like you for yourself. Whatever you've been like called to do, or you've been feeling like, oh, I need to do this, or this is my path, and maybe something that no one else understands but you, just know that it is being divinely guided. Your angels, God, universe, whatever you believe in, they're guiding you, they're helping you, they're inspiring you, they're kind of like bringing these little ideas into your head so that you can act on them. So you're not just crazy, it's not just like weird, like you are being divinely guided and called to step up and do these things or try different things. So just know that this is probably confirmation or validation that like, okay, I'm on the right path, I'm doing the right thing. I just got to listen to myself, I got to pay attention, follow my intuition, and just know that like I am my best guide. Like I can't depend or listen to someone else or think someone else is gonna, know what's best for me. Only I know what's best for me. So if I pay attention, quiet my mind, and listen and follow the guidance that I'm being given, I won't regret it. I won't be led astray. So your guidance is divinely guided. So listen to it. All right, and Geminis, your archetype you got is God. Nice. So very divine week for you. Super divine, beautiful like energies. So the light attribute of God is benevolence, compassion, recognizing the external force within yourself and others. But the shadow attribute is despotism and cruelty, using power to control people. So obviously you want to embody more of the light attribute of God, where you have your compassion, benevolence, and you recognize the goodness, the divinity in yourself, but in others as well. And you don't think yourself better than anybody else. You just know like, you have special qualities about you, and so do other people. And you respect that because you see it within yourself and you see it with others. So you are very divine this week. All right, so Geminis, let's now move on to a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life, even if it's not romantic, okay? All right, so when it comes to your health, Geminis, we're going to start with health first. I think that you could be very strong, like you are taking lead when it comes to your health this week, and you know what you need to do, and you could be very energized. Maybe you have more energy, more strength this week. You could be getting work done or doing something with like your head, your teeth, like something with dentistry, your eyes. You could also be like very hot or like hot-headed maybe this week, but I feel like you're taking charge, you're taking leadership of your health, and maybe you're a leader in health, maybe you're a trainer or a doctor, or you do something health related possibly. But I feel like you're very motivated maybe right now, and you're being very active, or you want to take care of yourself, or you're taking charge and you're listening to yourself more than maybe you did before. There could also be maybe an Aries in your life who's helping you or guiding you, or a masculine energy possibly that's advising you or inspiring you as well, okay? And then when it comes to your career, your work, your finances, or in this area of life, there might be a lot of distractions this week for you, so be careful, make sure you get everything done, or you don't overindulge, overdo it, because there could be a lot of distractions. Maybe you're getting invited to go to places, or people are wanting to call you, talk to you, or you have parties, gatherings coming up, or your favorite shows, and all this stuff is kind of like all happening at once, but you're like, oh man, I have so much to do, but I can save this for later. So you may procrastinate this week. So just careful it doesn't stack up or, add up too fast, and you want to handle your priorities, your duties, your obligations, and then have some fun, right? But just make sure you aren't overly distracted, because that can lead to procrastination or maybe make you fall behind. So just be aware of that. And also you can maybe have a lot of like mixed feelings, mixed emotions at work or at school this week. And you're just like, I don't know, like there's just so much, I'm kind of confused, or I feel like I'm all over the place, or it's hard to focus. You may also find that it's hard to focus. So try to keep a list or stick to your priorities and do one thing at a time. Maybe don't like add too many things at once for you this week if you find it, especially that's hard to focus. Okay. All right. And then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life for this week, it seems like you are going to be having some new experience. Maybe you're going somewhere new with someone, or you're trying something new, you're doing like a new activity, but you're having, it's like some kind of new beginning. So you may have the opportunity to do something that's going to lead to a new beginning. Maybe you have a passionate new relationship or a passionate new fling, someone you're attracted to, and someone who's attracted to you could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And maybe that's why you're taking your health more seriously, because you want to impress this person, or you want to look good for them possibly. So you're like at the gym trying to like get your best workout in. Or maybe some of you are getting into a new relationship. You got a new boo thing or something, but you're trying something new. Or if you're already like with someone, maybe you guys are planning some trip, or you're doing some activity together, trying a new restaurant, going on a new date possibly. There's something new and a new experience that maybe is very fun, it's very exciting, maybe it has to do with going outside or doing something outdoors or adventurous, or you're going to a new place possibly. So you could be going through some kind of new experience this week or very, very soon that's going to be really fun and really exciting, and maybe you're sharing that with someone, or while you're in this new place or experiencing this new thing, that's when you meet someone. Okay, so be open to the possibilities, Gemini. All right, so we are going to continue this on in the extended reading. It will be linked below. Say Gemini and have extended in the link, and it'll take you directly there. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. We're going to look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what is blocking you, what is helping you, and then your advice at the end. So if you want to continue in part 2, link will be below, and hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for your next reading in your March mid-monthly, then your weeklies, and so on and so on. All right, so take care, guys, and wishing you all the best from me and your fellow Gemini baby in my belly. Okay, so take care, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, so now we're moving on to Libras. Hi Libras, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. Okay, so my Libras, what is your soul message for this week? All right, so you guys got Sisterhood of the Rose, Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. Nice. So maybe you're going to be hanging out with the girls, or hanging out with some friends this week, and you're getting together, or you're all about like your beauty and your spirituality maybe this week, really tapping into your inner divine self and doing something maybe more spiritual and like, you know, for yourself or for your higher self this week. So Sisterhood of the Rose, maybe you're getting together with sisters, or you're getting together with people who feel like sisters or siblings, and forming this like, you know, beautiful relationship and doing something special together. So Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. Nice. All right, and then as your archetype, you guys got the Fool. Here's the Fool. Okay, so the light attribute of the Fool is fearlessly revealing emotion. Fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity. I don't know why I couldn't say that, and hypocrisy. But the shadow attribute is using humor to wound rather than liberate, denial of your emotional truth. So obviously you want to embody more of the light attribute and have like fearlessly just, you know, be you, reveal how you really feel and make people laugh, and, you know, just kind of call out things, but not do it in like a toxic or low vibrational way. So This week you are wow, I can't speak. Oh my God. This week you're embodying the Fool, but hopefully the lighter, more positive energy of the Fool. You're just like being cheerful, funny, and making people laugh and being silly, and just like not being so critical or self-conscious of yourself. Okay? Maybe some of you are like low-key comedians or something. All right, so now moving on to a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life, okay? So let's start with health. So Libras, first, when it comes to your health for this week, you are scoring victory, you're winning at something, you're overcoming maybe something that was really hard. Maybe some of you are dealing with like high blood pressure or something with your blood, or something with like a heart condition, or heat, something with like you're dealing with inflammation or heat in the body, or redness maybe like on your skin, or you had a rash or something like that, and you've overcome that now you're like, oh, feeling so much better, you're thriving, or you found something that fixes it, works for you, or you're like recovering maybe from an injury or something. Maybe you like burned yourself and now it's like finally the scab has gone away or the scar has gone away, and you found like some cream or something that you can use that has totally maybe made it heal faster and fixed it. So this week you could be feeling really good, having a lot of energy, maybe wanting to work out or go out and competing. Maybe you're competing in something, or you're preparing to compete, or I don't know, do a future marathon or something, or you're working out, you're being more active this week, but you're gonna feel like you won or you overcame something possibly, and it's gonna make you feel really good or have more self-confidence and self-esteem. Okay? Yay! So you could have like gotten over maybe like a tough little phase or a tough little period, literal maybe period for my ladies, or you were dealing with something and now it's like gone away and you're like, oh yes, I'm so glad I fixed that, or it's no longer like a problem or an issue anymore. All right, and then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, in this area of life, you could be making a commitment or changing your commitments. Maybe you're changing a contract, or you're changing some fine print, something in a contract, or you're signing on a new contract, a new deal. Maybe you're making some big changes to your business, school, work, rules, regulations, but you're doing things the right way. So you're doing things the legal way and what makes sense, and you feel like this is what's moral, what's right, and the right thing to do. So you can't go wrong. But I do feel like you're making some changes, or you're making like a commitment to something, or you're committing to buying a product, you're committing to implementing something to your business, or to a school, or to, something. And this change maybe is going to benefit you or help you maybe make more money or attract better customers, clients possibly, but you're tweaking something, or you're just changing your commitment to something, okay? Some of you could work with a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, or maybe you have Taurus somewhere in your chart, but it does feel like you're expressing yourself and you're doing what feels right in your heart, and I think it's gonna, it's a good thing, and you feel like it's very needed, but also like needed, necessary, and the right thing to do and the right change. Okay? All right. Or like a modification possibly, or you're adding or removing something possibly. Okay, and then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life for this week, I think you're going to be very curious, or someone's going to be very curious about you. Maybe some of you are talking to, or you have interest in, or you have a crush on a younger air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus possibly, or this person, if there is someone else, has a crush on you and is very interested in you. So if you're not the one that's like peeking and snooping someone's social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is that you use, or you're like asking people around about them, someone else is doing that for you or to you because they're interested, but maybe they're too shy to actually like come up to you or like reach out to you first. So they're like trying to like play it safe and find out about you more, or figure out if you're single, if you're available, before they like put themselves out there and like get embarrassed. Okay, so it could be that. I think this person, like you make this person blush, or they may easily get red, easily get like flushed at the skin on the face, if you guys are together or talking, or like they bump into you or something. Okay, I feel like this person wants to know more about you before they talk to you or reach out to you, so they have like topics topics for conversation, so that they can talk and not be as nervous. Okay, so that's totally normal. If you're in a relationship already, maybe someone's doing some research for you, or they're asking, writing stuff, or preparing, wanting to search for something for you. Maybe they're searching for a restaurant, or searching to take you somewhere or do something, and so they're trying to do all this like research maybe for you on your behalf. Okay, or like your partner could be like calling to make appointments for you, or writing things up, or kind of doing things to kind of help you out a little bit. Okay, but for all my single people out there, you may have an admirer and someone who has a crush on you. They just haven't made their debut yet, or haven't put themselves out there yet. Okay. All right, so Libras, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We are going to continue this on in the extended reading. Below, we'll look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what is blocking you, what is helping you, and then your advice. Okay, so if you're interested in that part too, click the link below. It'll say Libra and have your extended, and it'll take you directly there. Okay. All right, so Libras, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Hopefully I'll see you for your next reading, and your March mid-monthly, and then your weeklies, and so on and so on. All right, so take care, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Whew. All right, so now moving on to Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. How are you? I hope you guys are doing good. Okay, so Aquarius, what is your soul message this week? Well, your soul message is about transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Nice. So this is a very transformative week for you, Aquarius. Maybe even like your body, your healing, your life, everything's gonna maybe just be changing and molding itself. Some modifications, something's going away, something's coming, and you're going through a lot of healing possibly. And this could be mental, emotional, physical, all the above, spiritual. So transformation is maybe that big thing that's happening for you this week, or something that you're going to be experiencing on some level. All right, and then as your archetype, you guys got Avenger. Beautiful. So the light attribute of the Avenger, maybe do you guys like the movies Avengers, or those characters? The light attribute is desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. But the shadow attribute is resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So obviously we want to embody more of the light attribute, where you're trying to balance the scales of justice. You're trying to be that hero. You're trying to do the right thing and save the good people from the bad guys, or stop the bad guy from destroying something. And you're doing this because for a greater cause, for people, for society, and you are the humanitarians, right? So maybe you're like fighting for a cause this week, or you're helping the voiceless, or you're standing up for someone. Maybe you're like standing up to a bully who is being mean or picking on someone at school or at work, and you're just doing this out of your goodness of your heart as a good deed. Okay. All right, so you're the Avenger. So what are you fighting for? Who are you sticking up for? Let me know in the comments. Or maybe some of you are like part of a cause, a charity, a community, and you're really trying to like help maybe a certain group of people or animals or something, and you like really believe in this, you're passionate about it. Okay, or maybe it's like part of your job as well. All right, and then now we're going to move on to a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life. So let's start with health, guys. All right, so Aquarius, when it comes to your health, I think this week your sleeping may be a little bit off. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep, or you're staying up very late. Maybe you have sleeping issues or like sleeping conditions like insomnia, sleep paralysis, or bad dreams possibly, or they're just something that's maybe keeping you up at night. Maybe eating late is keeping you up late. Maybe you work out kind of late and so it kind of wakes you up, or you shower really late and then it kind of is harder for you to wind down and fall asleep as well. So it could be just like habits, little things that you're doing that are keeping you up late at night and making it harder to fall asleep. So try to take care of that, or take a look at what you're doing and maybe modify some things, because maybe you just need a small little change and then you'll be able to sleep a lot better. Because if you don't rest, then it's hard to function properly the next day and it's not good. It adds up. So yeah, you're sleeping maybe a little bit off, a little bit tricky this week, or maybe you're pregnant or something, right? And it's just harder to sleep at night. You're uncomfortable. So it's kind of nothing you can do. Just, grab your pregnancy pillows and kind of just hope for the best. Or you're recovering from something, so naturally it's just kind of hard. Or maybe you work night shifts or something, like maybe you're like a night nurse and so your sleeping's kind of like all over the place, so maybe with work as well, it may not even be your fault. There's kind of like nothing you can do. So try your best when you can to rest and recuperate so that your health doesn't suffer. Okay. All right. And then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, in this area of life, there may be an important new conversation, a new important piece of message, news, insight that you come across that's going to either open some doors or help you see something or clarify something or bring about some kind of new beginning. So you may have an important meeting this week, an important presentation, announcement, or something, a conversation you need to have with someone or client, boss, co-worker, or something you need to share that's either going to like cut something out or maybe add something in, but I think it's going to bring clarity, truth, and maybe help you cut out any confusion possibly. So you may be having an important conversation this week that leads to some new idea or leads to something new, or something that you decide that you can get rid of or cut out. And maybe you're trying to really like simplify some things, or really look at what's most important, what's really needed, and what's being wasted, yada, 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 all that stuff. And I think you're just very like focused and getting things done, like business and talking and not playing any games. Okay, so if anyone tries to act up, you may be like off with the head. But yes, important conversations this week, or at least one really important conversation possibly. Or you may just have like a really big idea and you're like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna roll with this idea. This may take me somewhere. Okay, now let's move on to a little bit of love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life. All right, so Aquarius, when it comes to this area of life, you are moving forward. You're finding a resolution, peace, harmony. Maybe if there was an argument or misunderstanding with someone, you guys are now resolving things and you're talking again, or you're not giving each other the cold shoulder anymore. So this may be the week where you guys compromise, find a middle ground, a resolution, and you're no longer like on bad terms. You could also be going to visit someone, or you're going to see someone maybe out of town, or you're going to go over and talk, and you're going to talk it out and you're going to find a solution to the problem, or just kind of leave the past behind you. So I feel like there's no more bad energy, bad blood, or you're just moving on. Even if you're not like actually talking to the person, you're choosing to just like move on for your own peace, your own sanity. You're like, I'm just leaving the past behind me. I don't want to hold grudges. Like, I just don't want that kind of energy on me. And I'm just choosing to be peaceful, let things go, and just kind of clear my mind. Some of you also could be, again, like getting out of town or going out just so you can like have some fresh new perspective, or breathe and get away from chaos, nonsense, drama, and you just feel like you need to like start new or clear your head possibly. But I do feel like whatever it is that you do, you're gonna find more peace of mind. So this week you're gonna be more at peace, or resolving things. And some of you maybe could be moving or planning to move, whether you by yourself or you with your family, because this is gonna be better for all of you. Okay, so I like it, and I feel like there's not going to be any more like arguments, or at least not this week. You're like at least finding, doing the most peaceful thing you can do, at least for yourself. Okay, And if you are dealing with someone, or you were, it could be, or it could have been an air sign like yourself, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. All right, so we're going to continue on in the extended reading. We're going to look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what is blocking you, what is helping you, and then your advice. The link to the extended will be below. It'll say Aquarius, and you can click the link and it'll take you directly there. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you for your next March mid-monthly reading, and then your weeklies, and so on and so on. So take care, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, so now we're gonna move on to the fire signs, but let me get a sip of water. Okay, we may proceed. All right, so now moving on to the fire signs, starting with Aries. Hi Aries, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. Okay, so Aries, your first, or your soul message for this week is Priestess. Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? How are you being called to step up and lead? All right, so Aries, this week, I think you're gonna have to like step up to the plate. Maybe you're gonna be like a leader, or you're gonna have to take charge in some way, whether it's like within your family, your partnership, at school, at work, your home life. You are being asked to step up. And maybe how are you going to do it, or in which area of life is this going to take place for you? Because you're the priestess. Maybe you like are the one that has, you know, the knowledge, the ability, and you got to believe in yourself, or you got to see that like, I can do this. I'm capable. Like, I'm not scared. So, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. This is a game plan. I got this. I got to trust myself, follow my intuition. So you're leading the way this week, so make sure you know where you're going, okay? All right, and then as your archetype this week, you guys got the King. Ooh, royalty. All right, so the light attribute of the King is enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. But the shadow attribute is excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. So obviously we want to embody more of the light attribute of the King, and have that, like, you know, compassionate, benevolent leadership and helping those that you're in charge of without maybe degrading them or putting them down or feeling like, oh, you're better, or like abusing your power. So again, leadership. You're overseeing your castle, your empire, whatever. So you're the king of your world this week. Make sure you're using your power for good, and you're taking full advantage and not procrastinating, okay? But you're the enlightened royal one this week, okay? All right, so Aries, we're gonna move on to now a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life. So let's start with health. So when it comes to your health for this week, Aries, I feel like there's a lot of mental conflict, and maybe your something with your like digestion or your stomach possibly could be kind of messing with you or bothering you possibly. Maybe there's either something that you shouldn't have ate, or maybe you had like surgery and like a wound or something happened and it's like irritating you or something. But I do feel like there could be something here, or in like the heart area, or like it could just be even just like a cold or something. But hopefully it's nothing too serious, but it could be something along the lines. But also your mouth could be getting you in trouble this week. So just be a little bit cautious or careful with what you're saying, how you're saying it, because you may have a little bit of overconfidence when it comes to your communication, your thoughts, and your idea. Because remember, we have Mercury moving into Aries, your sign, on the 19th of March. So you're gonna be you're gonna be talking up a storm, or be like very passionate or very confident about what you have to say, and you probably be able to get away with it. But sometimes Mercury and Aries can make us a little bit too impulsive, or talk too fast, or jump to conclusions. So just be careful with that. And also, if you have any like conflict within yourself, like let it out in some way, write it out, or talk about it, or listen to music. Do something that can help you kind of calm down, because maybe you're irritated, or maybe you're dealing with some irritation or inflammation maybe in the body. and you need to let it out in some way, because a lot of times, you know, illness and health problems can manifest from, you know, other things like stress or negative toxic vibrations, energies, people in our lives that can manifest itself physically sometimes in our bodies. So you want to make sure that any negative thoughts or conflicts that you have within yourself, you're resolving it and you're letting it out, but you're not just keeping it locked in your body. Okay, so take care of your health. If something is irritating you, try to tackle it head on or address it. Don't ignore it or you know, just put it off or say oh, it's nothing. Try to take care of it as soon as you can, even if it's not anything too serious. Okay, all right. And then when it comes to your career, your work, your finances, or in this area of life, Aries, you're taking charge. Again, I feel like you're in that leadership seat, that leadership role. Maybe you have to step in for someone, or you're substituting for someone. You could also be working with another fire sign like yourself, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, and you guys are working well with each other. But I feel like you're the one that's in charge. You're the one that's taking action. You're the one that knows how to get things done, or you know what you need to do. So I would just trust yourself, trust what you know, your expertise and all the experience that you have. And I think that you're receiving maybe ideas, passion, confidence from the role that you're playing at this moment. So I would definitely you know, feel into it and own it, and don't be ashamed, because maybe some of you feel oh, I don't know if I want the responsibility, or I don't think I can handle it. But no, you can, and you're receiving it because you're capable and because you do a good job. So just know that, you know, you're in this position, or you had this opportunity because you own it and because you do a good job, and no one else deserves it but you. Okay, what else? Yeah, I think you're doing really well. Keep up the good work. But again, watch your mental health and watch your health overall as well. And then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life, Aries, I feel like you have someone coming into your life, or someone you're getting close to, someone you're talking to, or someone that is kind of you know, in your life, and you are building an emotional bond, an emotional connection with this person. It could be a younger water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, or just the energy overall. Maybe you have a crush on someone and you're starting to really like this person possibly, but you're getting closer and closer with them. And if you're single, you could be meeting someone very, very soon, and you guys are going to be hitting it off. But this is not going to be just oh, I think you're cute, little crush. Someone you really can relate to, someone you feel like you can be friends with, that understands you, loves you, listens to you. And this is your little Romeo or Juliet moment here. So you could be meeting someone, or someone's coming into your life very soon, or the person that you're with and dating and getting to know really likes you. They really, really like you, and they want to get closer to you. They want to sweep you off your feet. Maybe this person's really sweet and romantic, maybe kind of soft-spoken, or just very, what's the word? Very considerate, compliments you, says nice things to you. You're just oh my god, this person's so sweet, what the heck, it almost makes you very flustered. So enjoy it to the max. So you got love in your life, or someone is coming in, so be open-minded. Okay, so we are going to continue this on in the extended reading. We're going to look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what is or could be blocking you / your situation, if anything, what is helping you, and then your advice. So if you're interested and want to dive deeper into part 2, link will be below. It'll say Aries and have a link, and you can click there, and I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you for your next reading and your March monthly, and then your weeklies, so on and so on. All right, so Aries, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, and hopefully I'll see you for your next reading. Take care. All right, so now we are moving on to Leos. Hi, Leos. How are you? Hope you guys are doing good. Okay, so Leos, your soul message for this week is Pillar of Light. Pillar of Light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Ah, beautiful. I love that. So you are the pillar of light, your vibration is rising, and you are the oracle. Nice. So you just may be feeling different or feeling changed or feeling like you're lighter this week, like your whole vibe has changed, like you're not the same person, you are vibrating higher, you're a better person, you see things clearly, or you're just doing things that like maybe before you wouldn't have done. And I feel like you're becoming this better version of yourself. So beautiful, Leos, you've come a long way and you should be really proud of you, or give yourself a pat on the back, because you're not the same person that you were before, and that's a beautiful thing. All right, and then as your archetype, you guys got the destroyer, like a volcano. The light attribute of the destroyer is releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. But the shadow attribute is intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So obviously we want to embody more of the light attribute of the destroyer. And you know, it's like you're destroying good things. You're destroying things that are not good for you, like things that are destructive, harmful, toxic, and you're like making way and preparing for something new, or a new chapter, a new life. So I think this is like this is why you feel like your vibration is elevating, you're healing, you're lighter, you're brighter, your light is coming out, is shining, because you're now at the point where you've been able to remove, or you're continue to remove all the things that are destructive, toxic, low vibrational in your life. And that's why now you're able to vibrate higher, just be this like better version, lighter version of yourself, and this like light, loving being. Okay, so destroying things is not exactly a bad thing if it's something that is harmful for you. Okay, all right, so now let's move on to a little bit of health, work, and love, or relationships. Okay, let's start with health. So Leos, when it comes to your health for this week, I think that you are going to be maybe receiving some kind of message or compliment from someone. Maybe someone's complimenting your body, your image, your work ethic, how you look, or maybe progress that you've made. This could be coming from a younger fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Okay, but you may be getting a lot of like compliments, or someone maybe complimenting you, and like kind of hitting on you. I feel like they're complimenting you because they like you, or because they're interested in you, or they got a crush on you. Okay, so someone may be fangirling, fanboying maybe on you. You could also be trying something new, or you're interested in doing some kind of activity, sport, or experiencing something that's gonna, I don't know, teach you or show you something about health. Okay, maybe you're gonna be active. I feel like if you receive this compliment, it might be at the gym, or at some like exercise, you know, class facility or group thing, something like that. So maybe it's at the gym, or someone that is in part of a group club, sport with you possibly, but you may have an admirer, someone who is going to try to shoot their shot at you and flirt with you. Okay, and maybe it's just them like saying like, oh my god, you look so good, or I love your outfit, or I like your shoes, like, oh, that's really nice. And like they may actually really like it, but they just wanted an excuse to talk to you possibly. Okay, all right, and then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, in this area of life, I think you're going to be removing something maybe, or you're talking really clearly, and people are going to really hear you and listen to you. And not only that, but actually understand what you're saying and understand what you're trying to express. Some of you may be dealing, or you may be working with, or go to school with, doing business with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Maybe it's an older male figure or masculine energy possibly. If not, I feel like this can be you. But if it is another person, I feel like you get along with this person, or like they're helping like put good thoughts and clearing things up for you. But if this is like you and your energy, I feel like you got to talk clearly this week. You got to make sure you speak your mind, and you're saying what you need, what you want, because people will listen to you, they will hear you. And I think it's important for you to not be silent, and make sure you express yourself and communicate clearly. And you may find that maybe it's easier to do so this week, especially because Mercury is moving into Aries, your fellow trining fire sign. So you may find it's a little bit easier for you, or you're being helped in some way to put your words and your feelings into, or put your thoughts and your feelings into words in a way that people can understand. Okay, so maybe you're talking a lot this week, or you got to clear some things up and you got to remove some things or get rid of some things, but now is the week to do that. And then when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life, things are moving fast, or things are going to start to move fast. You may be having a lot of messages back and forth, or talking with someone like a lot, or talking all day, all night, sending a bunch of texts, memes, or long phone calls, but something is moving fast. So if you're with someone, or you're talking to someone, or you're gonna meet someone, it's gonna happen very fast. You guys are gonna be talking a lot, like a lot, going back and forth, and it's gonna progress. Like this person really likes you, or they're just very attracted to you, but you could also feel the same way about this person. You're equally as excited, equally eager to talk to them, and it never ends. So you may find that you can stay up all night talking to this person, or this person can talk to you all day. You never run out of ideas, you never run out of topics, because you're both just so into each other. Okay, and the feelings, the attraction, the chemistry is growing, and it's getting more intense. Maybe you guys are so attracted to each other, it's almost like sexual tension. You're gonna be just all over each other. Or someone is gonna be messaging you, calling you, texting you very fast out of the blue, and you're like, whoa, okay, I was not expecting that. Okay, if you're totally single, you could also be getting hit on a lot. You may be getting hit on, or people are shooting their shot at you, and you're like, whoa, why all of a sudden everyone's just interested in me? You're like, what the heck? This is so weird. What changed? And I think it's because you changed. Your vibration got higher, you're lighter, and so now you're attracting everybody, or a lot more people are seeing your light, and they're like, ooh. Whereas maybe before you were vibrating lower, you weren't showing your true self. But now that you're more like you, people see this light, this beauty in you, and they're just like, I want to be a part of that. I want to get closer to her or him. Okay, so lots of exchanging back and forth, passion, interest. People want to talk to you, or you and someone else are going to be talking a lot, and it's going to be really fun and exciting. Okay, and time is going to be going by very, very fast. Okay, so Leos, we are going to continue on in the extended reading. We're going to look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what is or could be blocking you / your situation, if anything, what is helping you, and then your advice at the end. All right, so we will continue on in the extended. Link will be below. It'll say Leo and then have the extended, and it'll take you directly there. So I'd love for you to join me there, or if not, I'll see you for your next reading, March mid-monthly, and then your weeklies, so on, so on. All right, so take care, and I'll see you next time. All right, so now moving on to Sagittarius. Hi Sagittarius, how are you? Hope you guys are doing good. All right, so Sagittarius, your soul message for this week is dance. Beautiful. And your card says, do something to shift your vibration. Do something to shift your vibration, and what you can do is you can dance. You don't have to be an expert dancer or professional, but maybe you love to dance and just little shimmy or whatever it is that you like to do. Dance, because it can definitely bring more energy to you, bring more power to you, and maybe help you shake off some things that were overwhelming you, stressing you out, or just put you in a better mood overall. Maybe some of you are dancers, or you've been wanting to dance or show off your dance moves, and this is just confirmation, yeah, go do it. Okay, so dance your little heart out. All right, and then as your archetype, you guys got the monk/nun. Interesting. Monk/nun. The light attribute of the monk/nun is selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. But the shadow attribute of the monk/nun is negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. So obviously we want to embody more of the light attribute of the nun or the monk, where you're just dedicated to spirit, divinity, God, whatever you believe in, and you're being selfless about it. It's not egotistical or out of judgment or anything like that. So some of you are really tapping into maybe your spirituality this week. Maybe you're going to church, or you're taking religion maybe more seriously, or you're learning more about religion, or you want to be more in tune with like your divine self, your angels, your guides, God, whatever it is that you follow, practice, or believe in. So maybe religion is going to be something it's like on your mind, or you're paying attention to, or you're just trying to be a better person. You're like, you know what, I need to make some better decisions. I need to like, you know, follow, you know, be more spiritual or incorporate more spiritual practices into my life, because I feel like I've been slacking off, and I just want to make sure I don't like, you know, lose my faith, or I'm still like, you know, practicing what I preach and I'm a good person, morality and all that stuff, and maybe setting an example for others. Okay, and now let's move on to a little bit of health, career, work, finances, and love, romance, dating, or relationships, maybe just a relationship in general in your life, okay? All right, so first let's start with health. So Sagittarius, when it comes to your health for this week, I think you're kind of conflicted. You may be conflicted, or maybe you may feel kind of dizzy or have a headache possibly because you've been thinking about something for so long, or maybe you waited too long to eat, or you haven't eaten, or you're dehydrated. You haven't been drinking enough water, or all of the above probably. Maybe you're stressed and you're like, when I'm stressed, I can't eat, I can't think, and then everything just kind of falls apart. Or there's something you're indecisive about, or you're kind of like in limbo. You're like, I don't know, should I do this? Should I do that? I'm not sure. Maybe you're trying to choose a product or service to purchase or to try, or a doctor to see or make an appointment. You're like, I don't know, I'm indecisive. Maybe you need a second opinion, or maybe you just need a professional's advice, or someone maybe who's kind of been through it or done it, and you can kind of hear their perspective, hear their story. I know, like for myself, like I always try to search for other people, like if I'm confused about something, or I just want to know more information, like pregnancy. Like when I first found out, I was like watching all of women's like first trimester recap and tips and everything, just so I can learn as much as I could from other people's experience. So if you are confused about something, maybe seek a professional, make an appointment, get some expert advice, or let's try to find other people who are experiencing something similar to you. YouTube, internet, you know, there's so many resources nowadays, and maybe that can help you make a decision or help clear something up for you. Or maybe you just have like a dizziness, or you're nauseous, or you have a headache or something, you just need to eat or drink water or something. Okay, all right, and now let's move on to a little bit of career, your work, your finances. And in this area of life, I think you're gonna be like kind of like all over the place, or going a little bit too fast. You may be rushing through something, or feel like you need to rush because you're like hitting it or cutting close to a deadline. You're like, I'm barely gonna make it, I need to rush, or I need to hurry up and get this because it's due on this date, or if I don't get this done, like I'm gonna be in trouble. So just careful not to miss any little details, or overlook something and make a mistake, and then you have to like go all over again, and then it's gonna be a longer process. You may be running around a lot, things are kind of moving very fast at this time. There could be a younger air sign that you're working with or go to school with, maybe Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, okay? But don't feel like you need to rush, or if you feel like you have too many things, like try to do one thing at a time. And you know, if you can, maybe extend the deadline or give yourself a little bit more time, because you'd rather do it well than just get it done sloppily and messily, you know, and then, you know, look bad or have to redo it all over again. But I do see you could be like rushing and really busy this week, and just like, like maybe it could be harder to resist at the tongue. You may slip up and say some things, or may, you know, accidentally say something kind of offensive or hurtful, because you're not thinking before you're speaking. And that can be very likely because we have Mercury moving into Aries this week, and that's your fellow fire trining sign. So you may just like be an open cannonball and like say things. So just be a little bit mindful, a little bit careful with that, okay? All right, and then when it comes to you feel rushed, like maybe someone is pressuring you or someone's rushing you, and you're like, you know, you're trying your best, but it's like hard to resist or hard to like keep it in. Okay, and then lastly, when it comes to your love, romance, dating, or relationships, or maybe just a relationship in general in your life, I feel like you may be emotional this week. You may be emotional because either you're remembering something that you lost, or you have recently like lost something, or a relationship ended, or something has changed with a relationship, or how you feel, you no longer feel anymore, or how someone else feels or how they used to feel now has changed. Like they feel differently than they did before, and now that's affecting you. So there's some kind of emotional situation or thing that's coming up for you this week that's kind of putting you in your feelings. And it may not be something that like is currently happening, but maybe it's something from the past and you're just remembering, and it's bringing back, you know, like sad memories possibly. Or there's changes happening within your relationship or within yourself. Maybe you're just emotional this week, or you're sad because you're single or you don't have someone, or maybe you and your person are kind of having a little bit of issues, or something happened with them, you know, and they're sad, and so you feel their pain and you feel their sadness and you wish you could help them, but maybe there's like only so much you can do. Or you haven't seen each other in a while because of work or whatever other logistics, and that is making you sad. Okay, so something or someone may kind of make you a little bit emotional or in your feelings this week, or you're remembering something and it's something that maybe you can't really change, or you know, it's just really getting to you. It could be involving a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. And you're just maybe kind of feeling, you may feel a little bit defeated with whatever this is or whatever you're remembering or going through. And it's just really getting to your skin or getting under your skin. So I'm sorry for whatever this could be. Hopefully it'll pass and it's not anything too serious. But you know, maybe talking to someone or talking to your person can kind of help, so you don't like keep it all to yourself, because maybe you don't like to be emotional, or maybe you don't like to show weakness or vulnerability. But if you just talk to them, express how you feel, maybe you'll feel a lot better, you know, just depends. But whatever this is, it'll pass. It won't last forever. You'll feel better again. And maybe that's why you're kind of tuning into your spirituality, because you want to heal or you want to feel better. And maybe this is some traumatic thing or traumatic experience, and you're trying to kind of rise above it, because if you don't, it's going to affect, and it keeps affecting your relationships or love and stuff like that. And maybe it's just you're feeling this way because it's like an indication that you are not completely healed yet, or there's something that you need to work on and heal. Okay, so we will continue this on in the extended reading, Sagittarius. We're going to look into what you have to look forward to, what to look out for, what is helping you or what is blocking you, what is helping you, and then your advice. And it will be linked below to say Sagittarius and have the link, and it'll take you directly there. And I'd love for you to join me. And if not, hopefully I'll see you for your next reading, your March monthly and your weekly reading. All right, so take care guys, and I'm wishing you all the best, and see you very soon. Bye.